Girl is here. My name is Bawumia. Yes, I love to be called the Golden Girl. This is So Proud Morning, and thank you for all those wonderful messages that you sent in during the News Flash segment. We know we understand your grievances when it comes to things going on in the country. That is the reason that we are here for you. So keep on letting the messages rolling in on our WhatsApp number or on our Facebook page. But when you go on Facebook, share the link, share the link. You need to share the link to all of your loved ones and let them know that we are live on your screens. It's time for What's Trending. This is the segment that brings you up to date on all the very interesting stories that you could possibly be missing out on from social media. All right, so let's get right into our very first one. And I told you that every single happening in relation to this particular story, every single update, we will bring it to you right here on What's Trending. Now, I'm talking about the accident that happened in East Legon on Saturday that involved the son of Apostle Elisha, Salifu Amakos' son. Yeah. So the son of Apostle Salifu Amakos. And so I brought you the news yesterday of the arrest of Elrod Amakos' parents, which is Apostle Salifu Amakos and his wife. So yesterday, after appearing before an Accra Circuit Court, they have been granted a bail of 50,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. So that's their update. They are on bail. But here's the thing. The case is still being investigated. They are still doing their very best to make sure that somebody, one way or the other, is apprehended in relation to this. And so you need not fret. You need not worry about the bill. Take your time. The law would deal with it appropriately, okay? They're just going through the right procedures of doing things, so relax. But an update in relation to this story is something that happened outside the courthouse yesterday when the couple, Apostle Salifu Amakos and his wife, went to court to get their hearing. And we saw some members who, obviously, some people are saying that they are definitely church members from Apostle Salifu Amakos' church. So we spotted them attacking some media personnel because these media personnel had pulled out their phones, even if they are not media personnel, but then random people who were present there had pulled out their phones, their cameras and all that, and were taking videos and pictures. And these church members and these fans and these loved ones will say, hey, for here, hey. Take a look at the video. And at the end of the day, everybody wants to get hands-on or fast hands-on information on everything. And so they be present at the courthouse. They definitely wanted to be the ones to say, hey, I was there some. And so, yes, this is what happened. I even took a video. I even took a shot. And they start disseminating that on social media. But we need to be very mindful of these sorts of things. Anyways, how do you feel about it? What do you think about this one? Are you happy that the couple, or the parents of Elrod, whose reckless driving claimed the lives of 2 innocent young girls on Saturday in East Legon, do you think that his parents being granted bail right now is valid enough or is comforting enough to say that we are still going to be optimistic? Let us know your thoughts on our WhatsApp number or on Facebook. Let's see some comments. What do we have? Owula says, Charlie, the stupidity for this country right now is at its peak. Oh. Make we sell the country, share the money. Kobe Ben says, protest for what exactly? So, they were, I don't know how to call it, but then they were calling for the release, the freedom also. So not only were they attacking certain personnel who had taken their phones and were taking videos and pictures, but they were also ranting about the freedom of the couple that had been arrested and had appeared in court. Hey, Ghana. Next one. Okay. Let's take some more. Bloody Soldier says, are they hungry spiritually for the word of God, or they need money for food from the pastor? Why don't they protest? Next one says, the nonsense we tolerate in this country is so annoying. Pick them up and lock them along with their 419 pastor for disrupting a legal process so they can all have church service in cells. Hey, I am on to mobile. Abdul says, and this is why Ghana will be in the mud for a long time. To any of them that protest such nonsense, I wish for the pains that deceased family is going through, since they see nothing wrong in what happened. Email says, this man thinks he's above the law. Efo Filey says, this country be one funny place. Kejumo, for me, I don't understand why they were arrested. Were they part of the accident? Hey, brother, you are not in this country, eh? You are not in this country. You don't know how these laws work. The very first time that we broke the news, or the very first time, which was on Monday, where I spoke about this story, I told you that something similar happened in the United States of America, and when the young, a 14-year-old, took the pistol of his dad to school and started shooting at strangers, at his classmates, at his teachers, it claimed the lives of some innocent people. They died. And when he appeared in court, he didn't appear in court alone. The fact that you're a minor, you definitely have guardians, parents who are looking after you. His parents were there with him, and they equally received a judgment. And so they've been imprisoned alongside this 13-year-old boy who did such gruesome act. And so maybe in Ghana, there is something like that. We need to learn. So we'll definitely be updating you. Relax. Okay? Moving away from that to the next trending story. For days now, this young man has been trending on social media. I should have brought this story to you a few days ago, but it was really breaking my heart, and I just couldn't fathom the reason behind this story. This young man, whom obviously it looks like was doing so well, he was happy, he was okay, a singer in church, just was so microphone, osuru isane. Osoro etebafom. Mauko Ajola. And unfortunately, what we saw on social media was that he had committed suicide. Allegedly, he had committed suicide and had left behind a suicide note. Now, we saw so many stories circulating on social media stating the reason behind the suicide. It was just not making sense. We saw some media houses and some bloggers just disseminating false news here and there. And I wondered that, do we even think about what could possibly be going through the minds and the hearts of the family members of this young man who had allegedly claimed his own life? Do we think about that? If you do not have the authentic news about something, why disseminate it, just creating unnecessary frenzy on social media? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so in case you haven't, I mean, there's someone in this building who is working with us that attends the church that he was a singer at, and she was telling me yesterday that he's actually a very good singer. And so we have some videos of him singing in church. We'll show you these videos, and then we'll continue the story because there's an official statement that has come out from his family. Let's enjoy some of his videos.
Every side, we are today. Yeah, you are, yeah. Nayama, wouldn't slow. Every side, we are today. Yeah, you are, yeah. Kobelas Kamataya. Nayama, wouldn't slow. Nyame wo ya tete nyame ya crash afu wo ya tete. If it's worthy, lift it up, come on. Yeah.
So that was Malco Ajola in one of the church services ministering over there. It's very heartbreaking. I did say earlier that the reason that I didn't bring this to you earlier is because it was too heartbreaking for me to wrap my head around it and come and, talk about it to you. And so let's just take a look at the official statement that the family brought out. Because, like I said, there are too many things circulating on social media. So this is a statement by the Ajola family on the passing of Jacob Yao Malco Ajola. The sudden passing of our own Jacob Yao Malco Ajola has left the Ajola family in great pain. But in this terrible period, we have already experienced a great deal of love and concern, for which we are thankful. The police is currently investigating the matter, both the alleged letter and the accident, and we plead with you all to allow the investigation to take its due course. We would prefer more prayers during this time of our loss, rather than the dissemination of any sensitive information that would make things more difficult for us. We request that you respect our privacy while we process this tragic experience. Regards, Susan Ajola, and that's his sister. So this letter was actually issued on Tuesday, the 15th of October. Very sad, very sad. And so we need to respect the family and stop spreading false things on social media. The fact that wate does not mean say, hey, you're right. I know that somebody will be asked, okay, so do we have the suicide notes? Can we see what it is in it? No, we are not going to do that. We are not going to do that at all. So let's just go to, Let's just go to our next trending story. During the introduction, I mentioned something that yesterday, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, met some persons from the creative arts industry, and they posed a lot of questions to him, wanting to find out what his plans are for the creative industry. And so a lot of, things came up, a lot of issues came up, but one that is trending massively on social media was the fact that Shatta Wale was there, first of all. That's number one. Shatta Wale was there. Number two, he made it known that he didn't even want to be there. Yeah, he made it known to the presidential candidate, who's also the vice president of the country, that he didn't even want to be there. But he's there for the streets. He's there for those on the streets. And so the question that he posed to the flag bearer of the NPP is that what does he have, or what would be in all the policies that he's putting together for the country, what would it be in it for those on the street? Because they are their fans. They are the ones who cushion them. They are the ones who push them. What about them? Take a look.
And that is. So I want to know what you have for our fans out there. And that's the street. And Your Excellency, I'll please plead with you that, you see, when you want to, respond to what I'm saying, for today, and there's people out there on the streets, just say it in pidgin small for me. Maybe.
The waiting you say. The thing is, me, where are the politics? The thing where they my heart, no, it be the people are where they suffer for the country. It be where they my heart. Me, I be patron of Lepers Aid Ghana. Me, then lepers, we they eat, we they drink, because they want help lepers in Ghana. Me, I be farm laborer before, by day worker. I be taxi driver before. I be cleaner before. Yeah. So I say I know how people they suffer before. So where you see me, I a patron also of Mother Teresa's Soup Kitchen, Christ the King church, looking after street children. Me and Father Campbell, we they do that sort of work. So my heart is day the street.
Is there, he has the street. He there for the street boys. But Shatta Wale, why would you stress our vice presidents like that? But I think that he did well. You know, you could tell he was struggling a bit, but he did very, very well. So yes, kudos to you, Vice President. Anyways, it seems that some people felt on social media that a question that Shatta Wale asked him, he didn't necessarily answer it. I think there was nothing wrong with that answer, Anna. Anyways, Farina says, he is brave, he is wise, he is honest, he is blessed with wisdom, he's passionate and he's loved. That's Shatta Wale to crown it all. He is unique amongst all. God bless you, Daddy. Okay, so that's the fan from for Shatta Wale. Trillian says he didn't even answer the question. So that's what I was talking about. Nanaeze says at least he has shown that his thoughts are still with the streets. Big ups, Wale. Yeah, Shatta Wale really did well. Kwesi Charles says Bawumia said he has been a cleaner and a hustler before. Someone that his dad was a minister under Nkrumah. So I think with that, it's not in Ghana, it's outside of Ghana. So we need to be very sure before. Texel says, you know, talk any sensible solution. Ghana and Kasa dear, then for cancel the election, make we all govern on ourselves. If these are the people to be leading us, dear, then we would be better off on our own. Okay, Real Famous says, Shatta Wale is begging Mahama today and tomorrow they Bawizi in meetings under they ask questions, they take hype. Charles Niyama, I really don't understand you sometimes. Like, I really don't get it. So, because he was under John Dramani Mahama's meeting and asked questions or gave submissions, he's not supposed or he can't be at a different political party's meeting? Yanko to the next trending story. Let's still stay within the political space. Now, since 7 December is just a few days away, we are going to be hearing so many things. We're going to be seeing so many videos pop up on social media. At the beginning of the week, a particular video popped up where a young man was saying that you are trying to take their source of living out of their mouths. You are stopping them from engaging in galamsey. So he's going to rob you, he's going to steal from you, he's going to off you and all that. But he was targeting it at certain people, not general Ghanaians. Then few moments later, he recorded himself apologizing. And I'm like, so you do a video like that, knowing perfectly well that it could go viral, it could get you in trouble, and then you come back and make a video to apologize. Apologizing to who? What do you want us to do? Now, another gentleman is also trending on social media, who in this video, he claimed that the New Patriotic Party, or the NPP, has gathered a number of men. He has gathered a number, they have gathered a number of men to fortify them. When I say fortify, I just say, oh, you could to fortify them spiritually so they can fight. So they can fight during the 7th December elections. And so, not just this, but then he was holding the NPP shirt. He ripped it at some points, and it really didn't make sense. Let's just take a listen and watch this video.
Sir.
I already say, I could deal with the same contoka, yet and Sunday, see if we assist down the buy a day. A veggie scan, but lie, young tomorrow. Another, a possible, it is possible. We at a day in any day. What do we am?
I don't know who dear drew and put him on what yet I didn't.
Or more, or wishing for. What's you know? What's ya?
No iskadi ebere.
Ebeju.
Ebeje.
Me be fam say me o de me kwan me nye de e de ahba bo na me ama me nye police ni inde de na here free no ah because ye Jimmy now last 4 years na mo ye bibia na ye de were atofo na ye de mo hia ama.
My dear youth of today, I can't really fathom your actions. I don't know what you are hoping to derive from things like this. I don't know what you are hoping to gain. But at the end of the day, you record yourself doing and saying things like this, and later, when you see trouble knocking on your door, you pick up your phone again, making yourself look so remorseful about your actions and expect us to forgive and just let it go like that. So there again, this man that you saw here, very brave, talking like that, came out with an apology video afterwards. Take a look.
And I say me post some video via. Na me share MPP for atade am trust o mama is be nonsense. Minim say trend the baby bia akobia minim say trend akọ. Ama me nya course man for frame man for test me messages. Me sere mo me pa ma chow. De me sa e de me say yam e de kutu sere e po bibia chow. Se bibi bia video ya trend akodu bia me sere mo me pa ma chow mo me stop wa me sere mo fan chem wa. Me sere mo e po wa chow. Na video atade we ya ma hye no no. Mesra me se mugina tade we su di jeli mi a mesra me ni obia o me pa ma chew mesra mo fa nche me se bibia kodu bia mesra mo nyina me pa ma chew mo fa mo bone nche me se matia ayesa de na me nim de ba me so me po bibia chew mo fa nche me mesra mo me pa ma chew na mugina we su di jeli mi dia me ni obia wat me pa ma chew mo fa nche me
Afe na pa ya chew. Into your video where what you think you will not go viral? It's election year. Duh, what do you expect? It will spread like wildfire. What are netizens saying? Let's read some comments. PK says, people are scared to burn political parties' shirts. Wow. Has our freedom being compromised? Okay. Is our freedom being compromised to this now? Richard Page says, the apology is even provoking me. United Forever says, killer, see killer, wait, killer, they beg. Big homie at Ghana Police Service. Here is the man again. He said you can't do him nothing. Oh, Kaja says, I go forgive you, but just drop location. Oh, what do you want to use the location for? What do you want to use the location for, huh? Anyways, all right, so that's that particular story, and that's it for the trending stories that I have for you this morning. And so it is time for us to enjoy our Throwback Thursday video of the week. We'll be right back. Música